Welcome back to Just Got Radio on BJPen.com. Your host Cole Shelton, episode 151. Just one guest this week. Just going to be joined by Renato Moicano, who preview his co-main event fight against Drew Dober. It was tough just getting interviews. A lot of guys canceled last minute, but really good chat with Renato to preview his fight against Drew. Big fight for the lightweight division. Renato knows a win over Drew can really start propelling him up the lightweight ranks. He hasn't fought since November 2022 when he submitted Brad Riddell. So we kind of talked about the frustrating 2023 dealing with those injuries, but he's got some full confidence going in his fight with Drew. He knows the striker versus grappler matchup, but he has a lot of confidence he can get this one down to the ground and get a stoppage win over Drew and really show that he is a true lightweight contender. But be sure to share the show, subscribe, tune in next week for another episode of Just Scrap Radio. All right, we're joined by UFC lightweight Renato Moicano, who's got a big fight next weekend. Renato, how's it going, man?
Very good. How about you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Like, obviously, last time we saw you was in it's obviously been a while. Like, you were supposed to fight last year against Armin, you had to pull out. Like, how kind of disappointing was last year for you just not being able to get into a fight?
Yeah, I was very disappointed, especially because Arman was ranked very high, right? Was like people are very high on him. So of course I want to test myself against the best. And unfortunately I got hurt, but it is what it is. And now I'm fighting next week, so I'm very happy. I'm very ready, and I cannot wait.
When did you fully get healthy again? Like, when were you kind of fully ready to take a fight?
Let me see. Like November, I
Yeah.
start to training. Uh, I start to spar and to do all that shit, but I was not really in fight shape, because I had spent 1 year, a whole year, like uh, dealing with the surgery and stuff. And I think now is the best time. Now is perfect. Now I'm ready. I'm not thinking too much about the past. I'm thinking about the future. So February 3rd, I will be very ready to the fight, and I'm very happy.
Do you worry about ring rust or anything just being off for that long?
Not really. That's not the first time that I got to hurt. I had I had some ACL injury a couple years ago. I had like surgery on my hand, so I have been dealing with injuries throughout my career, and I think you just have to train. You just have to prepare for the fight, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm not too worried about ring rust or anything.
And then getting Drew Dober, like, is this someone you wanted to fight or is it just who they offered you?
Uh, Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. Of course, I want to fight guys like I want to fight guys that are higher ranked, But in the end of the day, UFC makes the fights. Uh, they want to see the fight, and I'm down.
Are you surprised this isn't like a main event fight? Like, I thought you two big enough names would headline a card.
Of course, I was surprised, But again, I cannot control that. To be honest with you, I thought that's a fight for a main event, 5 rounds, But I'm cool with the co-main event too. That there is no problem on that. My only problem is with Apex. I don't like Apex. I think the UFC, they should. We don't need the Apex
Mhm.
anymore. But cheap way to is a cheap way to make a show and to get the things going. Now the UFC has this deal with ESPN. They have to do events for the ESPN throughout the year. But me personally, I don't like Apex. I think the fans don't like Apex. But it is what it is, and UFC knows things better than us. That's for sure. They are a big company. They have been doing this for years. So if they still keep going with the Apex, I'm okay with that. But me personally, as a fan and as a fighter, I don't like uh, the fights on Apex.
And then for this fight as well, like you and Drew, it's gonna be a pretty fan-friendly fight. Like, I'm surprised this isn't on a pay-per-view card in front of fans.
Yes, yes, I was surprised, but again, I don't make the rules. I'm just an employee, and I have to work, to do my best, and to perform. The other things I don't worry too much about.
What have you made of Drew's past couple fights? Like obviously coming off that good knockout over Ricky Glenn. Before that was knocked out by Favola, which I was surprised, but that kind of lost Favola snapped to like a nice little win streak he was on.
Yeah, no, there is no mystery on the fight. Dober is very tough. He's durable. He's been UFC for a long time. He's a veteran. I'm a veteran. He's a knockout artist. I am a submission artist. I'm a submission guy. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. So let's see. Let's see if I'm going to take him down. Let's see if I will try to hang up on the feet. One thing is for sure. I'm very well rounded.
Mhm.
And I know what Drew Dober. I know what Drew Dober does the best. He knows what I do best. Let's see who can figure it out first. I'm not taking him easily. I think he's a tough challenge. But in the end of the day, I believe in my skills. I believe in my training. I believe in my mindset. And next week, you're going to find out.
At lightweight, like, do you think you are a lot better? Like, it seems like your durability, like, you can take a lot more punches, and especially a guy like Drew, and like, just kind of more like you seem a lot better at lightweight. Like, do you think you should have been a lightweight a lot longer, like a lot sooner?
I don't know. It's tough to say, because in the beginning I was not cutting that much weight. People don't know, but I fought in 135 one time. So usually when I start my career in 145, I was not losing that crazy amount of weights, but I start to become more older, and then the weight was coming up, and then I was having trouble. The first fight that I really had trouble to make the weight was the Cub Swanson fight, and after that, each fight, Jose Aldo, Korean Zombie, all the fights, I was getting harder and harder to keep my weight down, to keep my weight low, and then just got to a point that that was not beneficial for me staying on the 145. But I don't know, man. I just feel I'm better overall right now. I'm older, but also I have been training for a long time, and I think this couple last years I have been developing techniques and skills and mindset and all that shit, and I just feel I am good where I am now. Every day evolving, every day working hard. So it's a very tough question to answer. I don't have an answer if
Mhm.
I should if I have should like up in a weight class sooner. But in the end of the day, I don't care because I cannot change that. The only thing that I can change is the future, and I just can't say that I feel good at lightweight.
Mhm. This will be your 15th UFC appearance, looking for that 10th win. Like, does that mean anything to you? Like, getting that double digit UFC win or like having 15 fights now?
Not really. I am down for a paycheck. I'm down for double paycheck. If if I can triple paycheck, like
Mhm.
a bonus. And I always say that is for me is a business. Of course, I love the sport. I love to being able to provide for my family doing something that I love. But I am not too emotional about that numbers and wins, and I'm just happy that I'm in UFC, that I'm doing good things, that I'm living my best life, and I can make money off something that I love.
How do you kind of see this one playing out with you and Drew? Like on paper, it should be a pretty fun fight.
I think it's going to be a fun fight. He will try to punch me in the face. I will try to punch him in the face, and it's going to be a fight. There is no mystery on that. It's a fucking fight. And I think their fans are enjoying. They will enjoy.
What do you think a win, especially if you finish Drew? Like, what do you think that does for you in the lightweight division?
Let's see. The MMA is fast, bro. Everything can happen. One day you're number 15, the other day you can fight. Let's uh, let's take Benoit Saint-Denis for
Mhm.
example. He was like number 13. He's fighting Dusty Poirier. So in reality, everything can change in a minute. And the way you finish the fight, and the way you deliver that win, you deliver that speech, you deliver the interview, the hype. So uh, I'm focused 100% on that fight, and and after that we're going to see. But I see a lot of opportunities in the lightweight. But again, this is not my job. My job is going over there and get the W, and that's what I'm working for.
Uh, if you get past Drew, like what is the goal then for you this year? Like I know there's been some talk of maybe going to Brazil for 301. Like is that kind of something you circled on? Is like if they do go back to Brazil in May, like to be on that card?
Yeah, I would like to be on Brazil card, but at the same time, depends on the opponent. Depends on the win. Depends on the performance. Everything depends. But MMA changed so fast. I don't want to make predictions. I don't want to talk about how the fight's going to end. I'm doing my best every day to finish Dober on the first round. But let's see what's going to happen. After that, only time will tell. But I would say that I would like to fight in Brazil. May sounds good. Let's see if we have the right opponent
Mhm.
and everything can line up and we can get the fight. But first, I have to beat Dober on February 3rd.
The final thing I wanted to ask you about is your YouTube channel. Like it's been going well. I watched a lot of your videos. It's pretty funny. What kind of made you decide to start doing that?
I don't know. Was just fun. Was just to be really honest with you. I like to do MMA videos, but I like to do more long format podcasts.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's very hard to get guests. And
Mhm.
and like to 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 ask people to interviews and all that stuff. So I'm still working on that, and it's very hard to keep uploading content and making videos and making podcasts while you're training for a fight. Like I have been posting in a while because I'm focused 100% on the fight, but I don't have any pretensions. I don't think the channel is going to blow up or anything. It's just something that I like to do, and I don't know. Maybe 5 years from now, I have a good podcast and I can talk to the people that I like and that I can learn not only fighting but in finances, politics, history. I like because when I'm not training, I am reading books. I am watching videos about stuff that I think it matters, and the podcast is a very good way to learn. You can learn about almost anything nowadays, and I want to use that to help people, to support people. But the problem is I made the channel in English and my English is not the best. So it's very hard, so it's very hard for me. But I'm trying my best. And I just like the YouTube game.
Actually, just one more thing: is Money the official new nickname you're going to get introduced in the octagon now?
I don't think so. I don't wanna get I like for the channel Money Moicano, but I don't know. I don't know, man. To be honest with you, let's see. I didn't figure that out yet, but maybe that's a good nickname. I don't know.
Well, Hanato, I appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much for doing this again.
Thank you so much, my friend.